With allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we're going to open up public comment for 30.5. And move on to student report. By the way, we're all excited that you girls are here.
Yes.
Thank you. We enjoy you so
it.
much.
We enjoy being here.
That's part of it, Daddy.
Welcome back to school, SMS and SES. We hope you had a wonderful holiday and a wonderful new year. As we move on to our new year 2026, we are now moving on to different topics in our grade levels. Let's go over the highlights in each grade's academic learning so far as we know. Would you like to start off with our 5th graders, Paloma?
Absolutely. So recently, 5th grade have been getting into how to do a scientific lab by dissecting owl pellets. Reason you ask? Because they are learning about how to do these labs and also about animal digestion. Although it must be a little gross, it's probably a great learning opportunity. But now, let's move on to the real smarts for the upcoming NEWA test.
Paloma, that test isn't until tomorrow. But anyways, 6th grade has been practicing writing an argumentative essay for the test. Don't you remember when we were learning how to write essays?
Yeah, I miss those times, don't you?
I agree. But it's so beneficial for them to learn that so soon. They'll need it a lot for their next year in 7th grade with Miss Raymond. But speaking of 7th grade, let's see what they're up to now.
Coming up in 7th grade, you'll be reading about the journey of a Navajo man who grew up in the military and put his sacred language to use in battle against Japan. They will hear the tales of his journeys and sacrifices. But how about we move on to something lighter, less emotional?
With our 8th grade team, they have made several types of pizzas. They were all so good and a little sweet treat for us as we get to pick our high school classes soon. That's so exciting. I really hope to get into geometry next year. What classes are you hoping for next year, Paloma?
Culinary arts or marine biology.
That's amazing. But how about we move on to our sports now?
Ah yes, girls basketball has been doing great with hard teamwork and games won. Sweat and hard work have been flying down the court and our girls have been on the prowl. Girls A team have been putting on the work in practice and in games, and girls B team also has been grooving down the court, swishing and balling. Many games won and tons of hard work leads to growth, so keep pushing.
Boys A team basketball has had a tough season, fighting with strong losses and injury, but they are still fighting through it with hope to win a strong victory by the end of the season. But boys B team has made a truly powerful comeback with making the win by one slim point like true champions. Make memories out on that court, both girl and boy basketball teams. But also, UT Youth is on the wanted list, so watch out. And if you ever want to join or see Chess Club, they are always open with many opponents and friends.
Straight into our Christmas cheer from our RAM assembly, we had an ugly sweater contest with its winner being Miss Polak in 6th grade. And then we had rating doors with the winner being Miss Joswick's homeroom in 7th grade. Then we had games like musical chairs and rock, paper, cup. So if you hear a cup, I suggest you grab quickly.
This week we have testing, as in NEWA testing. 5th and 7th graders finished testing last week, but 6th grade and us 8th graders have started testing this week. And just like we said in our last report, the winter concert is here, much closer this time, as in the concert is tomorrow. So get ready to hear harmonizing melodies. But let's get on to something that's slowly inching to an end.
The raffle calendars are coming to an end this month, but we'd really like to thank everyone who donated or bought one. We appreciate you all. And to those who haven't, you should definitely consider. From cash prizes to cool experiences you can gain, you should definitely give our $10 calendars a try.
And on the night of January 22nd, Thursday, a spaghetti dinner will be held at the Trinity Church. The 8th grade team is going to be serving in more ways than one. Be expecting a great service. So if you want pasta or just to donate, please come to Trinity Church that Thursday. But now Paloma will say what the money to those spaghetti plates and several calendars are going towards.
On to our DC field trip. The trip is set, and due to our amazing community and all the fundraisers along with generous donations, trip funds are being paid for from the 100% profit. In future reports, we will tell you more about any updates.
This was the student report of January 13th. I'm Nevaeh.
And I'm Paloma.
Thanks for tuning in.
Great, thank you. Now we're gonna move on to approval of of minutes, December 9th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Well-
I'll second.
Motion by Lacey, seconded by Jen, all in favor? Aye. Is that unanimous?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Moving on to the SAU reports, Superintendent, Student Services, and Curriculum.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Happy New Year. It's great to see you. As you can see, I am filling in for Superintendent Nato this evening, and Dr. Ferreira we're tag teaming because there's another meeting over in Southampton tonight with budget, so he's doing that one. For the superintendent's report, the first thing that she wanted to let you all know is that we've invited our local legislators back to meet with us from 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, January 27th. We'll talk about proposed legislation, how it could affect the students and staff in our communities. And we do this meeting jointly with SAU 90. All SAU 21 and SAU 90 school board members are invited to participate. So please mark your calendars and come and join us for that legislative roundtable. The New Hampshire School Board Association is tracking a number of bills, over 200, that could impact education in New Hampshire. And the New Hampshire School Board Association recently hosted a webinar to preview the proposed legislation as it pertains to schools. There'll be information in the weekly School Board Association newsletter regarding proposed legislation, and we'll keep you updated as that goes on. As you know, the Operations Committee will meet this Thursday, January 15th, to set the agenda for the next joint board meeting, which is scheduled for Wednesday, January 28th, 6 p.m., Winnicott High School Lecture Hall. The filing dates for all school district positions are Wednesday, January 21st through Friday, January 30th. All school district clerks will be available until 5 p.m. on the last day of filing, which is January 30th. The March elections following in the superintendent's report, there's a list of all of the open positions for each district. And so you're welcome to check that out for Seabrook as well as the other districts that are listed there. Any questions relative to the superintendent's report? Okay.
Anybody have any questions? No? Not seeing
Alrighty.
any?
I will move on. I have a few reminders for you from the student services side of things. The first one is just to let you know that our schools will be completing mandated staff training in January and February regarding several important policies. The first one being around reporting child abuse and neglect. And these are policies that we're required to do annual training for every year, so we're just giving you an update that that will be happening. The second one, it will be around education of children who are in foster care. And finally, education of youth experiencing homelessness. Annalise Dunn is our SAU-wide social worker who will be providing the training to Seabrook. And she is looking forward to scheduling that. I believe it's already scheduled with Principal Lennon. I'm not sure about elementary school, but I'm sure that that's getting on the schedule. Coming right up. Thank you so much for that. There's some additional resources regarding some of that information in your board report as well. My second item is another plug for our partnership with the Cook Center. We've talked about this quite a bit. We have a wonderful opportunity for our families to get engaged with resources on the Cook Center website, which is called parentguidance.org. Lots of resources related to parenting, mental health, lots of issues there. And the most significant piece that we offer with this partnership is no-cost coaching for our families, to have a parent coach, someone that they can actually talk to once a week for 30 minutes and get all kinds of advice from that person, and be connected with them by text or email any time of the week in addition to their 30-minute session that they have once a week. There are some new links, including a short video that I've linked in the board report for you to find out more information about coaching. And the most recent parent newsletter for January focuses on peer pressure. So lots of tools that the Cook Center provides to parents who are having these questions around navigating these important parent issues. So lots to read about in there. And then my final note to you was just to give you an update on our intervention outreach specialist, who you know is supporting the elementary school here on Wednesday mornings with our playgroup. And we are pleased to report that the playgroup is happening now every week at Seabrook on Wednesday mornings. And you may be aware that there was a change in grant funding for the other side of that position, which was supporting students who were experiencing insecurities of housing and food. And so as a result of that grant not being extended, we, instead of having that person continue to be a Winnicott high school employee where we were contracting, Seabrook was contracting, we're going to just offer a stipend for the Wednesday morning part of the work. The funds are still coming for the playgroup from the IDEA grant, so nothing has changed there other than the funding stream. Instead of being Seabrook paying it to Winnicott, it's now going to come directly from Seabrook from the IDEA grant. Any questions for me? No. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, moving on to SES Principals Report.
Hey everyone, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we had a very fun-filled December. I'd just like to start by thanking the Yankee Fishermen's Cooperative for including us in that Christmas tree lighting that we talked about at the last board meeting. So they had the lobster tree lighting, and our students, thanks to Miss Bird, our art teacher, made some really beautiful buoys painted with oil paint. They turned out really nice. And as a thank you from them, they donated $500 back to our art program, our art department, for supplies and things that are very expensive like clay and paint, and she does some really awesome projects with kids, so we're excited that she has a little bit more funding to be able to do some of those really cool projects. And so that was a great surprise to get that donation. We have a picture of just an example of some of the festive fun, Mrs. Rinaldi's reindeer, lighting up the classroom, all sorts of fun activities like that happening. With my favorite being cookie decorating, which we have some pictures of, which was another awesome event. So I wanted to thank our PTO for helping organize that and get volunteers for that event, which is always a nice time. I think it's 4 years in a row now we've been doing that, which is fun, so we hope to continue that one. In this month we have, or it actually started last month, but we have a new initiative that we'll be doing that I'd like to thank Michael Gautreaux, our school librarian, for helping lead. We're going to be using our student-led kindness box. So last year we had some students that decided to begin an initiative of a kindness box where they would submit names of other kids that they're caught being kind. And so this year we're deciding to use that to have kids continue to nominate each other, but we're tying it to our CARES skills. And so cooperation, assertion, and all the skills that they learn. Last month we focused on cooperation, and so students were able to nominate classmates that they caught being cooperative. And we did a random drawing, and they were able to earn a token for our book vending machine. So that's what that picture is in the board report. So we're excited to be using that and trying to come up with creative ways to just promote and recognize the good behavior and the good things that we're seeing. And so this month we're focusing on assertion. So kids are learning about what those mean in their classrooms and then encouraging them to notice other people doing that. So far so good with that. We're excited to be using our book vending machine. And then just some pictures from the month of December of some fun things happening at SES. I always love to see grades collaborating with each other. So we had book buddies reading together in kindergarten and second grade. And again, our cookie decorating event with lots of sugar. It's a really nice time once a year. Very special for them. And then our second graders took on the Portland Children's Museum, which is a really cool new field trip for them, and they really enjoyed it. So it was a busy month, but a really fun month, and back at it. So,
Great.
thank you.
Keep
guys.
going.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love the book vending
I was just
machine.
gonna say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is, yeah, and they came with it a certain number of unique tokens that they can spend on that machine. So we're open to ideas too if the community has ideas or other
That's
ways
great.
to use it. So
Yeah.
Was
Awesome.
it donated or?
it was actually how we used years and years of Scholastic
Oh.
money from doing the book fair. So that was like a top item that you could purchase if
Oh,
you
cool.
saved up enough funds from the book fair. So
And do you take donations for the books?
we certainly could. I think we're
Or money?
pretty well
whichever's-
stocked right now, but
No,
we
it's
certainly are always accepting more books and donations.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, any questions? Do we need, we did get the Yankee Co-op, but do we need a motion for that? Or is that, it's under the $500, it's under 5,000? So we should
Just
be
an
all set.
FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, thank you, co-op,
Yeah, thank you.
very generous.
All right, any other questions for Tim?
Nope.
All right, moving on to SMS Principals Monthly Report.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's nice to
New
see
Year.
you all back at the table. I kind of want to echo what Tim said. Thank you also. Yankee Co-op gave our art teacher $500, and she was pretty thrilled because, as Tim said, stuff is expensive. We
Yeah.
have to do art for an entire like elementary school and middle school. So the movies came out great. We love that collaboration. The girls talked about a lot of fun things we did in December. You know, we always talk about we're trying to balance academics, but also have a little fun. It's a festive month. We had a highly competitive ugly sweater competition between staff and students. You can buy them still at Marshall's for $13, so I've already purchased next
Stocked up.
year's sweater.
All
Stocked
right.
up now. We
Good
like to,
idea.
we enjoy that. The best part of Spirit Week, it was facilitated by students. They came up with the games, the ideas for the Ram Rally. So that was all led by them. We love when things are led by them. Also, thank you to all the volunteers. A lot of them were mothers and PTO members who helped out with our book fairs through hard. I couldn't teach and run a book fair at the same time, so thank you for that. There's a lot of pictures of things we did in December, similar to what Tim shared with you as well. And you'll notice we're jumping into January, so we got a little picture from the Brown Center. They're coming on Friday. They're doing PD with staff. We asked the leadership team, what are the topics you'd like us to really focus on? Empathy and bullying are our two main topics that we like to have conversations with students. We have conversations with them about that all the time. They're gonna do PD with teachers on Friday, and then they're coming the following week, and they're gonna go into classrooms, and they're gonna do some work with the students. Our focus will be on, what does it mean to be empathetic? What does empathy even mean? We're looking forward to that work. I think it's value added. I think that you all know, having children in our school and in society, social media creates a lot of unempathetic people, and that's when a lot of the bullying conversations potentially can start there. So I encourage parents to go to the screenagers at Winnicott on January 22nd. We've included that. I think whenever you can have meaningful conversations about social media, which unfortunately we at the school level have to have several of them with children, parents have them as well, it's value added. So what does it mean when you're on social media, and how does that impact you as a person and the person that you're sending the message to? So that's important work that we will continue to look at and focus. As time moves on, they told you we're doing NEWA testing. We'll be done on Thursday. We'll get some data across the grade levels, and we'll share that with you in February, as well as Tim and I will update where we're at in our school plan and our school goals. So that'll be coming up in February. We did some practice writing modules, which is great feedback for teachers. They've been looking at it in their grade level team meeting time to what do we notice, what do we wonder, and how can we support. It's great because it's early, so it's nice that they have those practice modules, because they'll take the test in the spring. So that's great data for us, coupled with our NEWA data. So we're gonna take a deep dive. Teachers have already, it's January, they've already jumped in, hit the ground running, which is great. So we had a nice little break, and now here we are again. 8th grade teachers are sending out emails to parents, so I would encourage any parent, they have mandatory after-school work sessions. If you're missing I don't know, like 10 assignments, maybe we need to sit down and look at, so we would ask the parents, look at Power School, and see what's missing. If you need help with that, the teachers will help you. We're getting them ready for high school, but I think that speaks to any grade level, you know. You shouldn't find out when your child gets a progress report or report card, oh, I didn't know this was happening. So, they are going to be doing that and supporting, and any teacher in this building will do that, I can tell you that right now, so. We would be supported if you can kind of look at what's happening in Power School. And Mr. Woolley puts on a great band. The house is packed, last year it was standing room only, so if you can come tomorrow night, 7 p.m., he would love it, we would love it, because they're phenomenal and they do a great job. And right now there's a basketball game going on, girls and boys. You know I love to go to them, hopefully they're doing well. It's been tough. We kind of got moved up in division, so they're gritty and they're working hard and they're staying the course. So hopefully we'll see some victories. They don't give up, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I love your reports that update us on it, because we all can't
I know.
necessarily make it to the game
Exactly.
sometimes. and
Yeah.
I love that, it's awesome.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board members?
Colleen, I think you talked about one of those donations. Did you want to talk about the other two? I don't think we need to vote on them, but did you want to mention them? That are uploaded in the report, one from,
Firehouse transportation, cafe
yeah,
donation.
Firehouse Transportation and Cafe donation. There's a cafe donation for $300.
Yeah, so people have been very generous in helping to
Cover lunch
decrease
balance.
the debt for lunch. We've had a couple of people actually that have been quiet anonymously and said, you know, how can we help support students who are having an issue paying off the bill, so we appreciate that donation. And then Lindsay will take care of how it's allocated across the board. Thanks, Mary, I totally forgot about that.
And then there's $300, I don't know, it might be anonymous, to help the fifth grade go to the firehouse for transportation to the
Yeah,
firehouse.
so when
for
we
kids.
went to Newburyport, the fifth grade and saw that holiday show, buses, as you well know, are expensive. Even going like 20 minutes down the road, so we got a donation to help defer, so that the parents, wouldn't have to pay like an additional cost, so. It's a lot of money, we like the experiences our kids get to go, to either, you know, Boston or Odeon or the firehouse, but the cost is just, it's kind of astronomical.
We
So-
live in a wonderful community that
Oh.
always pulls together for kids. It's just amazing.
It's unbelievable.
It
It
you know,
really is.
the companies that we have and the parents and the people, it's just wonderful what they do.
I
We've
mean,
been staying, and I thought you might have thought we were closed, but we're
Oh,
not,
I'm
we're okay.
No, I was just here for the.
yeah, I would echo that. Having worked in 2 different communities, I've never seen anything to this level. And if you ask people, like, I mean, they fed the entire 6th grade,
Yeah.
Right.
Thanksgiving
Oh,
meal,
yeah.
and some, so,
And these companies donate, you know, just
all the time.
continuously. Yeah, they're wonderful.
So, thank you. Thanks,
And
Mary.
the last one is the, similar to the elementary school, the Yankee Fisherman Co-op, $500 to the middle school for.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you knew about that already too.
Yeah,
Great, thank you to all for those donations.
yeah, it's great, it's awesome. Moving on to special service report.
Yep, Kristen's here.
Good evening. This will be a little bit familiar information. I shared some of this last year at this time, but January is the time when we start intentionally planning for all of the transitions that are gonna happen for our students. So whether that be from 8th grade up to high school, or whether it be from the elementary side of the building over to the middle school side of the building, or in some cases, for specific students when we know that staff might transition next year and those types of things. So we're right now working on creating those plans. We want to ensure that students continue with their services in a nice, reduced, anxiety-free way as they move on to whatever's next for them. So we're doing that with Winnicott. Our first meeting with them is Friday, January 30th. They'll be here gathering information about the 8th graders going to them next year. Then we'll do some visits to Winnicott. We'll have some transition meetings. Some of our staff will go up to make sure that they have a clear understanding of the programs there, so when we make recommendations, we're finding the right fit for our students. We're also starting to think about that for our 4th graders going into 5th grade. So a couple of activities that we have planned there are some of the 4th grade students interviewing the 5th grade case manager. The 5th grade case manager coming down and doing some collaborative lessons with the 4th grade case manager, and then bringing some of our 5th grade students down to 4th grade to let the 4th graders ask them all the questions that are rolling around in their brains. So that's the big focus for us in January. You'll see that we still have some open positions. You'll see that when it comes to EAs, it says 5, and then in parentheses there's a 3. We have 2 people in the pipeline. We're just waiting on finishing touches as far as fingerprinting and those types of things, and they'll be ready to come in, we hope as early as next week. We have 2 other interested people that we're still working with to go through the certification process, so hopefully that number will be down even further in February. And then as usual, we have our data by the special education numbers by the month. We're holding pretty steady at referral meetings. We've had a few more come in since we've returned, so that is really what's keeping us busy right now, in addition to all of the meetings that we knew would be happening in January.
And as far as you know, we're keeping up with all the documentation that needs to be done and
Oh
so
my
on.
goodness, Mary and Denise are the spearheading the transition to the new system. So yeah, at the beginning of the year, we implemented something in the interim while we were waiting for our new program from the relay company. The program's called Dash to begin. That started, as you know, we had trainings in December, and all staff switched over to using that in January, right when we came back. So any and all of the kinks that might have occurred have been worked out, and staff are working on it, and we're documenting service delivery daily.
Perfect.
Great
Good to
question.
hear.
Thank you.
Any other questions? And did you say you're here for public comment?
Yeah,
Just so people don't
Yeah.
forget.
I'm just saying, I'm Mr. Otto.
Yeah.
Otto. Yeah, my email and everything. I didn't want to interrupt, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Nope, that's fine. We
Do I
can,
need
No,
yeah,
we'll wait for non-public.
non-public?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, thank you so
All
much.
right.
Yeah, thank you.
Then that'll be shortly, yeah. We'll, I think we have a couple more minutes on public comment, just FYI. All right, any other questions on special service report? Moving on to curriculum coordinator monthly report.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome back to the new year. I know it seems like we've been here longer than however many days we've been here. So I can't tell you how many days
So
those have
true.
been. So my report is kind of reflected back with the girls that shared that we're starting up NEWA, and then our elementary and middle schools are deep into our winter assessments. So here I just gave you the calendars for those and just kind of described what some of those assessments are. A couple of them are new this year as we're moving into our structured literacy program. The teachers are really being well supported with that. Work at the elementary school, and you know, they're here for you to look at. The information that they gather from all of these assessments are really important information for them as they create groupings for students for intervention, as they look at their own instruction in their classroom, as we look at our the materials we're using with our students, as we look at our programming. We really dig into these assessments at all different levels. So you notice there's a variety, so each assessment kind of gives a different story for the child, and all of them together help us really look at kind of a holistic view of a student. So we never look at just one piece of data, we have multiple ways of looking at students' progress. So that's kind of what we're doing in the winter, January month. So it's a lot for the kids and the teachers, but all that information helps us kind of move forward for the rest of the year. Pretty targeted. Parents will be given those reports, will be coming home, looking at their backpacks, and look for emails. That NEWA data will be coming home, the Acadians data will be coming home. If you have questions about that, reach out to the teachers, reach out to me, or principals, and we're happy to walk that through with you and talk through that, what those reports reflect about your student. I'm happy to do that. Does anybody have questions about winter assessments?
I had a question, I was looking at the schedule that you sent,
Yeah.
and I don't know if there's like state mandated timeframes, but I'm thinking like the day after winter break when they've been gone for 2 weeks is probably not the best time to get an accurate testing result.
Right.
And I'm just looking like, I don't know if going forward this could be shifted a week
Yeah.
after. I just,
Or
like,
two.
my kids
Good
take
feedback.
days to transition back from school,
It does.
and
Yeah.
my,
It's a window.
there's kids
Yeah.
that were testing on Monday after 2 weeks off, and then kids
That
that
was
seventh
a
graders
little
are
much.
testing on Tuesday. And I just, as a parent, I feel like kids need a little bit of time to kind of get back in the swing and routine. I don't know that we'll get the most accurate results if they're coming back and then immediately we're like, here, take this test.
No, that's really good feedback. I
Yeah,
think if you're looking at the elementary calendar, it's written there on Monday as a reflection of the whole month. So that Acadians test doesn't necessarily mean they took it on that Monday. That's just kind of showing kind of the window that the interventionists have to administer the Acadians, but that's really good feedback
Yeah,
around.
but even, I mean, like, third grade NEWA was
Yeah,
Wednesday,
you're right.
seventh grade was Tuesday,
Yeah.
those poor kids.
I know, and part of that, and that's a tricky balance for us, because part of that is what we use that data to create those intervention groups to get us into this next month. So we do really talk back and forth around, how much time we want to spend acclimating kids, and then when we want to dig back in.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that feedback, and I think, it's something for us to keep in mind when we're looking at the data for different grade levels and see if there's any difference in students. One, because some start that first week and some start the second week, so it's something for us to look at. It's good feedback, because we really do use that information, to really target in and really show that progress, and then also regroup our kids, so. But I know it takes a few days for kids to get back
That's
into
why I
the
was like,
swing of
oh,
it,
that's
you know.
rough.
and yeah,
Really good
anybody on
point.
Yeah,
vacation.
very
If teachers notice any anomalies,
Yeah.
like this doesn't seem
Yeah.
at all right for this particular student, they can always petition to the principal for a retake.
Oh, for sure.
That happens with NWEA all the time, so
Yeah.
there's nothing to worry about there, but it makes good sense what
That's a
you're
good point,
reporting.
Mary, thank you.
And if I can put a plug in while we're talking about NWEA, I just want to let the families know that for the last 3 years, we have been uploading to the parent portal a copy of the parent report after each administration. So parents have a historical record of how their children have performed on it's called Measures of Academic Progress map under NWEA. And they can go into their parent portal right through PowerSchool, and they can find their historical record of, because sometimes those reports that come home, you misplace them, you don't know where it was, you wanna go back and see, well, how did they do last year compared to this year? It does give you a graph to show you the record, but it's nice to have those reports, so you have the information.
Yeah, that's a good point. In PowerSchool, it's called a vault.
Yes.
And that's where the parents would go, and when you open that, there's the,
Excuse the interruption, Bruce, can you call 165? Bruce, 165, thank you.
the NEWA reports that you're,
What was
for
it
your
called
students.
again?
It's called Vault. The parents go in,
VAULT.
on their parent portal, and then down on the left-hand side, they'll see PS Vault.
Vault, and you
and that's
open
their-
that,
Yep,
Just
And
for students and parents, right now.
Correct.
just,
correct.
oh, no, no.
Yep, just for their students.
So if you didn't get the report, or you wanted to look back a few years,
Sometime there.
thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Yep, and if you ever need to walk any of that through, we'd be happy to walk that through with you as well. Sometimes, we all need a little help finding things.
Yes.
Happy to do that.
Always. Great.
Okay.
Any other
Other
questions?
questions around winter assessments? Oh, and I did put on the report, and I wanna say, we welcomed a 7th grade long-term sub.
Oh, thank you.
The expression, Costa, I'd like to catch up with you eventually, but I gotta see go out here in the ad. He thinks last call, it was sundown, not all night long. Property, I'll give you a call as soon as I get the seagulls away.
Did you say Seagulls?
Seagulls,
yeah.
He absolutely didn't know that we were on.
That's awesome.
Right now.
So we had geese on the softball field and now we have seagulls.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't make it
So
up.
we welcome Lauren Bean to our 7th grade science
Yay.
classroom. So
Yay.
yay, Lauren, she's doing a fantastic job.
Yes.
I want to thank Patty Ascanio for supporting her with transition into the curriculum. But Lauren is just great energy, connecting with students. Went in on day one and felt like she had been there,
Yeah.
for weeks. So she's really a great addition for the 7th grade, but just also for the whole school. So a shout out to her. Welcome aboard.
Thank
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Can I just ask a point of order, Michelle? I'm a little confused. Saw you out there, so I'm like, the door, you can come in. Are you here for public comment?
He's here for non-public.
Non-public.
Sorry.
Oh, so non-public?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanna
These
make
are early.
sure and get that clarified.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So we are going to close public comment at 5:06. And then we will move on to finance report.
Yeah, Dr. Pereira uploaded both the expenditure report and the revenue report. He wanted me to let you know if you have any questions about either one, to please email him directly. The reports are there for your review. I'm not sure I can help answer any questions. He does a great job with all
Don't
of
worry.
that.
Yep. Anybody have any questions, they can email Matt. Moving on to new business, bridging the gap in the 603 pathways to literacy proficient.
Shay's here tonight for that.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
You all received the email with the good news that we have, in fact, been selected to be part of the Bridging the Gap cohort number 3. It is, if you accept the grant, it starts tomorrow. It runs through June 30th of 2028. And for the 18 months, we get $25,000 for this year and $25,000 for the following year. And that money is to support helping pay stipends or pay for substitute teachers, to release teachers to do training. It's all around structured literacy. And in fact, the very first thing that would happen is a needs assessment working with the state folks. They would come in with a leadership team and dig into what we have currently in place, what our data looks like, what we have for intervention staff, how intervention's being delivered, and notice where the gaps are and what next steps should really be to help drive our literacy scores forward. And that includes coaching for the leadership team to put structures in place, coaching for teachers to improve instructional practices, and letters training. So teachers get a real good grasp of what structured literacy is. So we're very, very excited for this opportunity. We think it's going to be great. We're going to have to roll up our sleeves. It's going to be a lot of work on the ground, but I'm confident of the leadership team that's in place and our ability to move forward and really do our best for our students. So,
What does the leadership team consist of?
Sure. So the leadership team is the building admin.
Okay.
The special education administrator,
Yeah.
teacher representatives, myself, the curriculum coordinator, and am I missing anybody, Tim? And a parent.
Yeah, community.
So we'll be sending out an email to all parents asking for a parent volunteer for that.
Nice. Okay, great,
Okay.
thank
And
you.
this doesn't, cause you mentioned, you know, you're using stipends for substitutes to cover for teachers while they're doing their education.
Correct.
This, I just wanna, for everybody, this isn't creating any new positions.
No,
This is
absolutely not.
just
Nope.
money that we're allowed to use in order to help the other.
That is
Okay.
correct.
I just wanna,
And I do wanna be clear that, part of that coaching is looking at our current employees, not hiring anybody new, but making sure that they're deployed in a way that best supports our teachers. So some of that might be some slight restructuring of hours, but it does not include any new staff.
will we receive some sort of report after like a year or, when they put together their data?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that needs assessment, happens first. And so, Tim, Colleen and I and Christian, we can put our heads together once we do that needs assessment, and Lauren, sorry, and present to the school board what their findings are and what the plan is, and keep you updated as we, progress forward.
Perfect.
This is listed as information, however, I do believe that
We
since
do.
it's a grant, we need to ask you if you would consider
A motion to
accepting.
accept?
Yes.
A motion to accept
Yes,
the
please.
grant, please.
Okay, so I will, does anybody have any more questions? I don't wanna jump the gun. No? So I will make a motion to accept the Bridging the Gap in the 603, literacy proficiency grant.
All right, I have a motion by Lacey, I need a second. Seconded by Casey, all those in favor? Aye, unanimous?
Thank you
How did I do,
very
Denise,
much.
with that motion?
Beautiful.
Fabulous.
Listen, I'm
Oh, I thought you read it.
Boy.
I
Oh,
thought you read
she-
it.
I
oh,
couldn't
you
have
did
done it
that
better.
Right
What?
off
It's
the
on
top.
No.
No, I just,
good.
I just want to thank all of you for your support in this. This has been a big effort just to get the application and all the pieces in place, and
Congratulations.
we're really happy that you're supporting this. So
Well,
thank you.
this is something that we've talked about for years, wanting some sort of third party to come in, and because when you're in it, you can't see. So it's good to have a second set of eyes that can see something that you just walk by every day and you just don't notice. And so this is a wonderful opportunity, and for us not to have to pay for it is even better. And so-
Exactly. That's exactly.
So thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
work.
Thank you. Moving on to chemical hygiene plan.
Yep, you'll see this plan uploaded to your report, to your board docs here also. Matt wanted me to share with you that this is for your information only. It's related to safety for storing any chemicals that need to be stored in the school, and how we are required to do that. So every district is required to do that, and so he wanted just to share. If you have any additional questions, you can certainly let him know about that as well.
All right, anybody have any additional questions on anything so far? Nope. All right, perfect. Policies first read.
So, the policies that are here for first read, again, are just, no action this evening. Want you to ask that you review those and send any questions over to the SAU. And, we will answer those questions for you, and then we'll be prepared to put them on the next agenda.
Yep, and we reviewed these as a policy committee at Winnicott a week or so ago. So they're
Correct,
just
that's why they're coming up.
updated. And
The ones for withdrawal seem redundant. It seems like the same one, just in different categories. Am I right?
Yeah, and I think then it's reflected in the new one at the top.
In the new one
Okay, I
absorbed
just
all
wanna
of
make
that
sure I
Yeah.
in there,
Okay.
correct?
Alright.
The
Yes.
EBVCA was like
Yeah.
all of those
Yes.
combined,
yeah, that's what they did, a lot of condensing.
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So do we need a motion on, we don't, this
Not
is a
for the
first
first
read?
read, no.
Okay. And then moving on to policies review, FAA, annual facility plan and unused district property.
Yeah, this one is just a review, so I think the motion is just for you to accept and review the existing policy, not making any change. You can see the note under administrative content there that cites that if we're allowing repurposing of a CTE center, but we don't have a CTE center in
Right.
Seabrook. So, therefore, the policy is just recommended for review, no, revision, so all you need to do is have your motion to accept the review.
All right, so I need a motion to accept a review of the existing policy.
Motion already?
Oh, you guys love to throw
You're the
motion
motion queen.
That's alright, I was just trying to get a better handle on it first. Yeah, motion to accept the review of the existing policy.
All right, I have a motion by Lacey, I need a second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Jen, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. Moving on to continuing business. Is there any continuing business?
Nothing listed.
No, but you might wanna close, public comment.
I did.
You
Yep.
did, a long
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
ago?
No, at 5:06.
I was here, I swear to God.
Jen's like, motion to adjourn.
She's
getting ready, she's getting ready. Alright, so no real continuing business, I would like to just say, and reiterate what the principals and the staff have said about parents going into power school and knowing, and checking that of your children and making sure they don't have missed assignments and following up on that so that it's not done when it's report card time. Any other, does anybody else have anything else that, like,
No?
you wanna bring up? No? Okay.
Did I forget something?
No, I don't know, I'm just asking. Personnel.
We'll come back to that after
Yeah.
non-public.
And then just a few things, let's see if I can scroll down here, there you go. So we have the SAU 21 Operations Committee, Thursday, January 15th. And that will, Lacey
I'll be there,
is the
yep.
contact there. And we have the Seabrook Town Budget Committee public hearing on Monday, January 19th. And then the SAU 21 Joint Board, Wednesday, January 28th. And then SAU 21 Joint Board Communications Committee meeting, January 28th. So I'd assume that meets before or after.
So just a quick question, the town budget committee public hearing, where is that located and at what time?
It's located at the town hall and I believe it's at 6 o'clock.
Cause we have a planning board meeting at town
Oh, no,
hall
wait a minute.
at 6:30.
Let me-
It's a holiday, I wonder if it's earlier?
I think it might be.
We
Let me
work,
check my
we work
emails.
that holiday, yeah. I just didn't wanna, I
I
just
saw
wanna
there
make sure
wasn't
there's a
a time
conflict.
I thought there was something on my emails, let me just double check, I think it was the SAU one. Here we go. Public hearing. At 5:30.
Okay,
5:30 at the town hall is the public hearing. Cause your meeting
at
is.
6:30.
Is at 6:30,
Yeah,
yeah, cause it's Concom meeting at 4,
yeah,
and then there's 5:30, the public,
I might as well go to that, I'll be at
and then
home.
6.
Staying out there for
Yeah,
a whole
okay.
Yeah. I need a Murphy bed there some days. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah, no, that was
it
good.
was, yeah.
Good question. Alright, and then, we had the Seabrook School Board meeting and the deliberative session on Monday, February 2nd. So we hope everybody, parents, and family are able to attend,
Groundhog Day.
and hope we hope we see the groundhog or not see the groundhog?
Not,
Okay.
right? I don't know. I didn't even motion to close public comment.
Alright. So, I think we're all set to go into non-public session under RSA 91A:3, 2. I don't know what.
That's it.
It's K,
Okay,
and, we have some lead
I
requests.
have A,
A and
K.
K.
okay?
Can we meet with the parent first?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
what I was planning on doing.
At what time are we going in?
We're going in at 5:20 and then we need a roll call.
Thank you, and I need a roll call. So who's making the motion?
Michelle,
Michelle made the motion
I'll
Okay.
second.
and Lacey
will
seconded.
second.
All in favor? Or I mean roll call?
Jennifer. Yes. Lacey.
Yes.
Maria.
Yes.
Michelle.
Yes.
Casey.
Yes.
You are now in non-public.
All
Okay,
right.
let's just give.
Yeah, so we're not there for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it shouldn't be long.
We're ready? All right, so we need a motion to resume public meeting, or do we wanna, we need a motion first to come out of non-public?
Correct.
I'll make that motion to end the non-public and resume the public meeting at 5:30 PM.
All right, I have a motion by Lacey,
I'll second.
seconded by Jen, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
unanimous?
And I'm gonna make a motion, Michelle, for the next one, for the extended, request of JJ. I don't know if you wanna say the name or not, but,
Yeah, whatever you
Yeah, go for
wanna
it.
make.
okay, motion.
Okay,
JJ.
all right, so we accept the extended leave and we will adjust the 2025 to 2026 and have her initial that.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll second Maria's motion.
so motion by Maria, seconded by Lacey, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we
And the
would
next one.
need a motion for the extended leave of LD.
Motion.
I'll second Maria's motion.
All right, motion by Maria, seconded by Lacey, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we need a motion to accept Mr. Otto's.
So there isn't a motion in there, so
Tuition.
motion to accept,
The tuition.
To allow,
To allow,
to allow the students to
Yeah.
remain through the end of the 25-26 school year.
Motion.
Yeah.
Second.
the 25.
alright, so that
All right, so
motion was
Maria?
by Maria, and it was seconded by Lacey. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great meeting, guys.
Mhm.
This was awesome.
And
Can I give
Jen?
2 updates when you?
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
Jen?
Not yet. Colleen
Duct
wants
tape.
updates, yeah, not yet.
I forgot these 2 updates. So we always celebrate, so we did December celebrations, so I wanna throw in a little staff celebration. Savannah Sigmund got engaged over.
Yeah.
Haley Bebo, Miss Bebo's daughter got engaged.
Yeah.
And Mr. Codia had a baby boy this week. He
Aw,
And
welcome.
named him Lincoln.
Aw.
So we have Lincoln and Brady, so we like to
Nice.
celebrate what kids
Aw.
do, but we also like to
Yeah,
celebrate
definitely.
babies and weddings.
Yes, always.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Sorry.
There's always one, Jennifer.
So before we close, Rhonda, there was a motion in here, it just wasn't under an
Yeah.
action item.
Oh,
Okay,
So could I read that and then
yes,
tell me if you still agree with this? Marie, you made the motion, right?
yes.
Motion to accept 2 students to continue their education at Seabrook schools as non-residents through the remainder of the 25-26 school year and to waive tuition per policy GFAB.
Perfect.
I love that, Rhonda.
And I'll
She's always
second
excellent.
that.
Okay, thank you, I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure that we got,
Perfect.
We got the whole thing.
yeah,
Perfect.
and then it was me.
She's
Thank you
very
so much,
Yeah.
and I believe,
Jen?
Diana, Jen, Diana.
Maybe it's a new year, new me. Maybe I'll let somebody else take over.
No.
No. You would be ruining history there.
I know.
Motion to adjourn at 5:34.
I'll second.
Seconded by Maria, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.